All right, guys, we do have some breaking news happening again out of Los Angeles. This is the second time of today that we've seen a car crash into a fire hydrant, causing the road to be flooded. As you can see, a very serious accident here as that car is laying upside down. It looks like they may only have one vehicle involved in this crash. I'm going to work on getting you some information, including an exact location and where this happened, all right here happening on News Now. All right, guys, it does look like another car was involved in this accident. As you can see, this is a very active scene. It is out in Pico Rivera, California, as we are up above giving you a bird's eye view. All right, guys, so I am going to let you know we don't have a lot of information as we did just come up on scene here. I brought it to you as soon as I saw that here on News Now, but as you can see, we do have a hydrant. This is the second time today that we've seen it, this happen with an accident. Oh. All right, guys, just trying to get a little bit more information for you here, but As I mentioned before, this is the second time today that we have seen an accident out in the Los Angeles area where a car hit a fire hydrant, flooding the streets. You can see firefighters right now currently working on trying to get this shut down, as it has also closed off part of this road here on Rosemead Boulevard. Now, the accident at the crash in the intersection was at Rosemead Boulevard and Whittier Boulevard. So again, we have a car over here that's upside down in the water. They did have to use the jaws of life to get the person out of there. That's according to other reports from news stations in that area. And as I mentioned, we are in Pico Rivera. It's an east suburb of Los Angeles, and you can see it's obviously a very active scene. When we were over at that intersection near Whittier Boulevard, we saw a Prius that had also been involved in this accident, and one of those victims inside of the car was on the sidewalk talking with officials, another one on a gurney, probably getting ready to be transported to the hospital. So again, a very fresh and active scene as we try to learn more on what exactly happened and unfolded here and what potentially may have caused this accident here tonight. And we are watching live. Viewer discretion is advised, just in case there may be another person inside of this car. Again, details are a little bit slim coming into our newsroom right now, but we are again at an accident. Multiple vehicles are involved. This one that we're taking a live look at actually further down on the road compared to the intersection where we saw another car involved in this accident. So unknown what the exact cause was. Of course, that's going to come after the police do their investigation. First things first is obviously giving medical attention to those involved with the accident, making sure that all of those people do get the proper medical response that they need. Then, of course, firefighters will as you saw, they had tried to make sure that fire hydrant water was down and off. I did also hear a report that in that water earlier there were some power lines down, but they did turn off automatically like they are supposed to if they go down. So that's why firefighters were able to step into that water and try to work on stopping that flooding that was going on in the street. Again, this is at Rosemead Boulevard and Whittier Boulevard out in Pico Rivera, California, which is a eastern suburb of Los Angeles. As I mentioned, this is the second one today that we have seen where a car got in an accident with a fire hydrant, causing the streets to flood. The first one we showed you earlier today was in Santa Clarita. And again, that one was only just a one-car incident. That car ended up on its side. Water was spraying all over it, as we saw and had brought it to you here on News Now. Now this is a second completely separate incident. Again, this one, though, has multiple vehicles involved, as we're taking a live look at one of those vehicles here on Rosemead Boulevard. And as we are watching live from up above, you can see the Toyota is currently being worked on to possibly flip it back over. Whoop, and we're getting an up-close look. This is the chopper that's trying to send the information about the car back to their newsroom so they can do some more digging on what's going on here. Firefighters using their light to shine it down on this situation, as again they try to flip this car back on its appropriate side. 180 degrees. They need to flip it back over. And again, we heard reports that the jaws of life were used to help get the person that was inside of this car out of it. Unknown the extent of injuries caused by this accident. And as I mentioned, we saw a little bit earlier as we first brought you this picture, this car was not alone. They had another car at the intersection that was also involved with this crash. And for those of you who may not have been here at the beginning of us bringing this news coverage, we are showing you a live picture right now in Pico Rivera, California, where an accident caused a lot of issues over here in this neighborhood. We see, hopefully, everyone was okay, but we don't know the extent of injuries. But as we just saw, one of those cars being towed away, that one was at the intersection of Rosemead Boulevard and Whittier Boulevard. This car went on and continued on Rosemead Boulevard, hit a fire hydrant. We had water going everywhere. Firefighters were able to safely put that water and turn that fire hydrant off so that it stopped flooding the street over here. There was also reports that not only did the fire hydrant get hit, but also a power line may have also been hit and came down, but those did automatically shut off like they are supposed to, so firefighters were able to quickly get that hydrant again shut down. Right now they are working on flipping this car over, having a little bit of difficulties, it might seem like, but again, we did hear reports that one person may have been trapped inside. They used the jaws of life to get them out, and as you can see, now firefighters are trying to work on getting this car on the right side it's supposed to be sitting on those four wheels before it's also taken away on a tow truck. Looks like they are doing just a little bit of lifting instead of flipping, so it'll be interesting to see how they continue to try to push this car back on over. I know they do have a tow truck at the site of the other car that was involved in the accident. We saw that car being put up on the bed of that tow truck. Another one might possibly be coming this direction. I'm gonna guess this car is totaled as doors are ripped off and everything. Looks like firefighters may be actually putting the doors back on. We're watching live on News Now. Oh, they actually might be using these doors to help roll this car back over onto its wheels.